Alright, I just got done reading this book, Reefer Madness. Somebody gave it away for free, I think because it's an old book, 2003, when the internet pretty much is just getting started. And this guy doesn't cover just marijuana. He also covers labor and something else. Marijuana, labor, and money laundering. Okay, it's a lot of interesting references. The Reuben Sturman, reading The Wealth of Nations, Mixtec Indians. It starts out with the illegal labor. It goes to pornography, and then goes back to like money laundering, I think, and then illegal labor again. It kind of bounces around quite a bit. I was expecting it to be all about marijuana, but it's about the underground's sex, drugs, and cheap labor in the American black market. So Reefer Madness is there to get your attention, and then black market is thereafter. This book has this thick amount of notes, so the reading is like up to 240, and then it's like almost a quarter of the book is these notes. And I kind of skimmed through these notes. You know, do you read them? Do you not read them? There's like there's notes, and then references to other sources that he got. Lots and lots of notes. He reduced the size of the text by a couple of fonts for the notes section. So he fits more words into the notes section, making it all smaller. It doesn't exactly flow like the rest of the main part of the book. I just kind of skimmed through it because he's thanking people and saying, "Oh, I got this information here," and blah blah blah. So I guess the book ends at 240. All right. Very fascinating how this underground market works. Nobody really knows the true numbers, the true activity. All right. There's just so much undocumented action going on. Money, labor, drugs, that the best people could do is estimate, and it's not always that reliable. Let's see. You learn about gas generators. People use gas generators to run the indoor marijuana growth operations so they don't have high electricity bills. I found that an interesting strategy. Never really thought about that. Mexicans with the cheap labor discourage Americans. This guy, the author, Eric Schlosser, seems to suggest a democratic solution to the Mexicans back in 2003, where he's like, yeah, we just need to pressure those companies and give them harsher fines and stuff for hiring illegal Mexicans. That's it, it's like, let them come on in, punish the companies though. And also ask to have the minimum wage raised. They've been doing that for years. It's just, they keep trying it in different ways, and it seems not to work so well. I find it interesting how the pornography has changed over the years. They go back to the mid-1900s where everything was perverted. You have one picture of a naked lady and you could get thrown in jail for it. You try to sell it, send it over the mail, and then it's gravitated. Reagan got hard on it, and it gravitated to child sex. Don't, we'll allow all this other stuff, just don't let children don't make children be a part of the pornography scene. And that started with Bill Clinton, the way it sounded. it's interesting how that's evolved. There was a lot of fighting going on with just regular porn that didn't involve children. And then eventually towards the late 90s, it was just, okay, just don't let children get involved. So it's interesting to see how that works. And Reuben Sterben is the main focus for that. And he lived quite that's a guy to really look into. He's dead now. He died in 1997. He lived a long life. And he fought most of his life against the government. Been in and out of the court systems quite a bit. Yeah, they kept redefining obscenity over the years because it was very, very strict early on. So, oh yeah, then the fake dossier. This is interesting. These dossiers are something else. They attached Reuben Sterben to a mafia, a criminal mafia, with this dossier, and then they used the dossier to kind of prosecute the guy and to get him sent to jail. These dossiers are bad news, and they have not released the information on the dossier against Reuben Sterben yet. I say release that one. You know, what's the history of these dossiers?